44th question. Obtain a grammar to generate the set of all string exactly 1A. How many A's they told you? Only 1A they told you. Okay, 1A. When you have the input symbol as A comma B. Okay, so what they told you, you can have exactly 1A, right? So I'm going to write. That means that you can have A and B can come for n number of times. Okay. So that is why I am writing this A and this B to the power of n. I am going to push it into capital A. So this means that the B is going to come for n number of times. So I'll write BA. B is going to, only the B is going to come for n number of times, and they didn't mention you, right? So what will be the length of B? I'm going to give epsilon here. So now for this I have to write the grammar. So G will have E comma T comma P comma S, and then V will have S comma A, and then my T will have A comma B, and my production is going to have S arrow mark capital A, small a capital A, and capital A. In that I am going to have the B coming for n number of times. So S is the start symbol. S is my start symbol. So for this example, I need a B cube. I need what? A B cube. So I am going to start with the start symbol S. So I will have 1A and then the capital A. So for this capital A, I am going to replace it with small b capital A. So B has come only once. So 2 times B is needed. Okay. So 2 times B has come. One more time I am going to substitute this B. So this is enough. So instead of this A, I am going to substitute my epsilon. Okay. So this will be the example. So what I will have? I will have 1A and followed by 3 B's I am getting. Okay. Next, 45th question. Same thing. Obtain grammar to generate set of all string at least 1A when sigma equal to A comma B. So in previous question they told you that you should have exactly 1A. Here they told you, in this question they are telling you that you can have at least 1A. Okay, at least 1A should be there. So how it will be? You should have minimum 1A. Okay, after that you can have A, it can come for n number of times, and also B can come for n number of times. Girls, is it clear? So what they told you, you should have at least 1A. So I have written. After that means that you can have A n number of time and B also n number of times. Okay. So how I'll write my production? My S will have A, and then this I am going to push it in the capital A. So in this A, so whenever I am going to write A, immediately what I am going to do? I am going to put one B. And here also they did mention you the length. So what I am going to do? I am going to give epsilon. Okay. So for this the grammar will be G is equal to V comma T comma P comma S, and my V will have S comma A, and then my T is going to have A comma B, and then my P will have the production S arrow mark small a capital A, and then capital A small a B, or otherwise epsilon. So S is my start symbol. Now example, I need a to the power of 4 and b to the power of 3. Okay, I'm in need of a to the power of 4 and b to the power of 3. So I'm going to start with S, A, A. So this A I'm replacing with this part A, B, B. Okay, so this A, once again I'm replacing it with AB. So 3 times A I have got. I'm in need of one more A and B. So I'm going to write here. So 4A and 3 B's I have got. Instead of this A, I'm going to give epsilon. So what is that I have got? 4 times A followed by 3 times B. Okay. So this will be the example. We have to obtain a grammar in order to generate the set of all strings with no more than 3 A's. But the input symbol what we have got input symbol A and B. So what they told you, you cannot have more than 3 A's. That means you can have no A at all. That is 0A. Okay. You can have 1A. You can have 2A and then you can have 3 A's. But you cannot have more than that. So for this we have to write the production. Yes. Arrow mark. Okay. So you can have only the B. Means since they told you, okay, they told you that A cannot be there, right? So in B, okay, B is going to have B. It can come for n number of times. Since they didn't mention you the length, I am going to give here epsilon. Okay. So here in start symbol, you can have only the B's alone. So that means A is not going to come here. Okay. And another possibility, what they told you, you can have only one A, right? So what I can do, I can have B n number of times and A can come only once. That is one possibility. And they told you this A can come for 2 times. That means I can write B can come for n number of times followed by A, and then B, it can come for n number of times followed by A. We are going to take in that format. Okay. Next they told you, you can have 3 A's. Okay. So what I am going to do, I am going to write B is going to come for n number of times followed by 1A, and then B, it can come for n number of times followed by 1A, and then B, it can come for n number of times followed by 1A. Okay. So in this way you can do it. So this is my production. Okay. When they are going to give you that, you will have to have only this number of A's. Okay. So this is my 46th question. So this is a question. Here they given you obtain a grammar to generate integer. Integer means what? The number. So the number will be 765 or otherwise minus 765. Integer means you can have either plus sign followed by some numbers and then minus sign followed by some numbers. Okay. Okay. So now what will be there? S is my start symbol. What is this going to be there? Okay, first we will take my sign. Okay, my sign will be what? Sign will be there. In sign what it will be there? Plus, minus or otherwise nothing. Epsilon can also be there. And then, okay, so that is the thing I am going to place it in my So sign will be there. So I am going to put them in my starting symbol. So either plus can be there or otherwise minus or otherwise null. Sometimes we will also write 765 without any sign also. So that is why I am giving a epsilon. For sign we have done. Next I am going to tell as digit. What is my digit? Either I can have 0. Okay. So what it is going to be there in my digit? Digit is going to have each number. So what is the number I can have? Decimal digit, that is 0, or otherwise 1 or otherwise 2 or otherwise 3 or otherwise 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So with this combination only what we'll form? We'll form a number. So okay, so number, from number what we can generate? We can generate a digit. So this number can be a combination of a number followed by a digit or otherwise the digit followed by a number. Okay, so this number, what it gives you? It gives you the digit. Okay, so the 765 is a number, right? So 7 is a digit, 6 is a digit, 5 is a digit. Okay, or otherwise we can tell this also. If I am going to tell 76, so 765, I can tell 76 followed by 5 also. So this 76, what it comes as a number, and then the 5, if I am going to tell, that will come under the digit. Okay. Next, what I am going to do is, I am going to put it in an integer. What it is will be there in the integer is, either it will have a number, okay. So either it will have a number or otherwise it will have a signed number. Okay, or otherwise a signed number. Okay, either the number will be there directly or otherwise with the signed number. So this is my grammar. So you have to write this in your grammar. Now we'll see example for this. Okay, let us take the same example itself. We'll take the same example. So here in one example, let me take without the sign, that is my 765, and another one with the example 765 with plus sign. Okay, so where I have to start? I have to start with my integer. I is my starting symbol. Yes, it denotes the sign. Okay, since the sign is not there, which one I have to take? I have to take n. Okay, so now this n can be replaced with what? It can be replaced with a number and then the digit. Okay, so now what I am going to do is, once again I need how many numbers? I need 3. Now how many digits I have got? Only 1 digit. So once again what I have to do? I have to, okay, I have to replace my n with nd. So this d is already there. This n I am replacing it with nd. Okay, so once again, how many digits I need? 3 digits. Now how many digits I have got? 2 digits. So which one I have to take? I have to take, instead of this n, I am going to substitute this g. Okay, d I have got. So for this d, okay, I am going to substitute 7. Okay, for next d, I am going to substitute 6. And for next d, I am going to substitute 5. Okay, now we have to see with plus 765. So what I am going to do? I am going to start with my I with signed number. What I have to take? I have to take the signed number. So what is the sign I need? I need the sign plus. So I am going to take plus followed by n. Okay, plus. So for this n, I am going to replace nd. Okay, and then I have got only 1 digit. Now one more digit I need, so nd I am going to get, and then for this n I am going to substitute this d. Okay, so now for this digit I am substituting 7, for next digit I am substituting 6, and for the last digit I am substituting 5. So this is an example. Okay, so when you are writing in the grammar, you have to write g equal to v comma t comma p comma s, and my v will have what? S, D, N, I. My T will have what? All the symbols. Plus, minus, 0, 1, 2, everything up to 9. Okay. Next, my production is going to have, from where I have to start? I have to start with I. So I will have either the number or signed number. N can have either ND or otherwise GN, or otherwise you can write here itself 1D, or otherwise in the next step you can write N2D, and then D is going to have what? 0, 1, 2, etc. up to 9, and then my S is going to have what? Plus or minus or epsilon. Okay, so which is my start symbol here? Which is my start symbol? Okay, always S is going to be my start symbol. S is my start symbol. Okay, S is the start symbol. This is how you have to write the grammar.